one begins.
Yeah.
And another one begins.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. We're belated Thanksgiving
Belated.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys, we pre-record these. Okay.
We do.
Get over it.
I don't think anybody cares.
How was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. I worked at the bakery for a little bit. Pie pickup day.
What kind of pies did we do this year?
We did so many. It's just too many to name. But you want me to name them anyway?
I mean, I don't know. Fucking give me a few, dude. Like
we did an apple oat crumble.
Okay.
We used some Sealing Farm apples.
All right.
And then we did a chocolate pretzel pecan. We did a cannoli pie.
Okay.
And then we did some tarts. So we did a Black Forest tart because Black Forest is my favorite dessert. And then we did a Nutella.
You're so like old and basic. But
it is from the 70s, but you can't go wrong with the classics. I mean, the classics never die for a reason.
I'm with you, but it's just funny.
Sure. I mean, do you know what's in a Black Forest cake?
Yes. Could you please enlighten all of us?
So it's chocolate cake.
Yes.
With brandied cherries.
Yes.
And whipped cream. That's like the classic.
Mm-hmm.
We did it in a tart form. So we did a chocolate sablé dough with a chocolate pot de creme, which is just fancy for chocolate pudding. So you can just whip out that snack pack and just throw some chocolate pudding in it.
It's not the same,
It's
though.
not,
It's
but,
not the
if you're in a rush. And then we did some cherry compote, some brandy cherries, whipped cream on top.
Question for you. I don't think I've ever asked you this. Because I came to this conclusion this year, finally. Mm-hmm. People think that making pies is like really easy.
It's not.
You can fuck it up.
Yeah.
So many steps. Like your filling could be too wet. Your crust could be raw. It could just be bad.
Yeah. There is. I mean, I would say if you're getting into baking, pies is one of the first things you should learn how to make. But yeah, it can go wrong. It can go wrong from the get-go, which is the pie dough. You overwork it. You don't let it rest enough. It can oxidize. It can crack. So there is a science into making pies. And then, do you pre-bake the crust? Do you not pre-bake the crust?
When would you pre-bake the crust and not pre-bake the crust?
So I don't pre-bake the crust if it's something like a double crusted apple pie, because that's going to be in the oven for a while. So that crust will last.
Meaning if you're putting something over the top, you're putting another crust over the top.
But you can also get away with, I mean, it's not the worst idea in the world to also just par bake every crust. Mm-hmm. Like you can do that but it's not going to burn. If you par bake the crust and then you put the apple filling in and then you put the top dough, that bottom crust won't burn. So I don't think you can go wrong with par baking crusts in general. But things like if you're making a graham cracker crust, always par bake that. If you're making an Oreo crust, par bake that always. So and then if your filling is too wet, I like to do. I'm not a huge fan of when people do raw apples with cinnamon, sugar, and then cornstarch, because the apples leach out a bunch of water.
Oh, I know.
So I prefer to make a cooked filling as my apple filling to put in the pie. So we do apples, preferably one that's going to sustain the heat. So like a Granny Smith is always good. And then you take cider, cinnamon, sugar, a little bit of cornstarch. You cook that and thicken it up, and then you put your apples in and you just fold them off the heat.
How do you fold it?
With a spatula.
But how do you fold it?
Like from the top to the bottom. You don't want to.
Man, you've never seen the show? Never mind, guys. If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
I clearly don't know.
Schitt's Creek. Great show.
I've never seen it.
It's a famous scene from the show.
Oh, I've never seen it.
They're baking together, or they're making, I think, I forgot what they were making, but she was like, you got to fold it in. And he goes, what do you mean fold it in? And she's like, just fold it in. And he goes, I don't know what you mean fold it in. And it's just this whole back and forth. Yeah. It's just classic comedy that you, I guess, apparently don't appreciate.
Well, it's not comedy to me. It's life. I do it. So yeah, you just gently from the bottom to the top is the way you fold.
Got it.
You don't want to break up the apples, and then you let them cool completely, and then you put them in your par baked pie.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, I don't do the desserts ever. Yeah. I just for Thanksgiving, I usually just I finish up work on Wednesday.
Yeah.
If I'm not working on Thursday, I'll go to my parents' house either Wednesday night or Thursday morning. I have a cup of coffee, and then they proceed to tell me all of their grand ideas about what they've decided to do this year, which meaning I then turn around and do it. We got the classics though.
Yeah.
Right?
Do you do ham? I hate ham.
I know. We've talked about this. We do ham. We get a nice ham. All right. The ham this year was Kirkland Signature. Okay?
There you go.
It was a solid.
Is that
Costco?
Costco, I was going to say,
Yeah. It's solid, right?
Yeah.
They do a good job.
Who goes to? I do not envy. Sorry, I'm going to fix my mic real quick.
Yeah, you're really struggling over there.
I do not envy your parents going to Costco the week of Thanksgiving. It's got to be chaos.
I tell them all the time too. I go, you guys go to Costco. I was like, but like you own a restaurant, just order it in.
Yeah,
and just
get it delivered to the restaurant.
You own the son of a bitch. Just come over. You're going to pay the bill anyway.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I think my mom likes the Kirkland. The Kirkland.
Do you do turkey?
We do turkey.
You did the cheesecloth method this year.
I did. Dude, you know what? I did it 2 years ago. Last year, I didn't cook for Thanksgiving.
For those that don't know, explain what the cheesecloth method is.
Okay, the cheesecloth method.
Yeah.
This is trade secret.
Do you brine the turkey first?
My dad was supposed to.
He didn't.
He did.
Normally you brine it.
Yes.
Okay. I recommend brining it.
Yeah. He did not, even though we had talked about it days prior. I said, Dad, can you make a brine and throw it in? Yeah. And
at least the turkey wasn't frozen when you got there.
It was not. It wasn't. There was not even any ice. Like
Did they get a frozen one or did they get a fresh one?
I think he got it in frozen.
Got it. Okay.
But anyway, we normally would brine it a couple days, and then I make a compound butter and I stuff it underneath the breasts.
For those listening, what's a compound butter?
A compound butter is when you take butter and you put shit in it. I put it in.
Don't put literal shit in it.
You put things in it. I put parsley and salt, pepper, and a little bit of lemon zest.
You do garlic?
I didn't do garlic.
Okay.
Because of everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And then I stuff it, anything left over, I kind of rub down the bird, kind of creepily, make serious eye contact with everybody in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And then I melt butter, dip the cheesecloth in it and soak it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I drape it kind of like a blanket, like a mummy. Over the top.
Over the whole thing, including the legs?
Yep.
Okay.
Kind of tuck everything in, and I throw it in the oven.
Do you trust the turkey?
You don't really have to.
Yeah.
Now with these like commercial birds, if you're getting that, they have that thing in there that's holding everything together for the most part.
I always take that off because it's plastic.
I know. I just threw it in there because it was holding everything.
I know, but I just there's something, we're already putting enough shit in our body that I don't think we need to be adding plastic.
I know,
to
and
it.
you're probably supposed to, but we were fine.
You took the giblets out in the neck, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. And then I made a stock and everything. Yeah. But when you wrap it all up, the cheesecloth holds everything together.
Yeah.
And then probably about the last 45 minutes to an hour of the cooking, you take off that cheesecloth.
Sure. So it browns up the
throw it away, browns it off, and it is it's like a picturesque.
It's like one of those in a magazine.
Yeah, turkey. Very, very bon appetit, circa 1974. Okay.
Maybe even now.
Hey man,
it's coming in 1974 was like the steamship round.
Great. That thing is wild.
Yeah,
by the way.
it is.
If you guys have never seen a steamship round, look it up. You got the Google.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty. It's just it's a quarter of a cow.
Yeah,
it's huge.
It's huge. Yeah.
But yeah, that's what we do. Make the stuffing, but I made like an awesome stock. Oh, I got that induction burner. Did I tell you about the induction burner?
You said your mom had gotten one from Costco?
No, I was like, hey mom, I'm going to buy this induction burner.
Yeah.
My parents have a beautiful home, beautiful kitchen, right? But sometimes you need that one.
I haven't been invited.
I did invite you this year and you said no. So, my mom asked too. She's like, is Tex coming? And I said, no, he's not. He's not. He doesn't want to come and see us.
I didn't say that.
No, but I got an induction burner and you have like that one pot, like you have something going on all day and it's just in the fucking way.
Yeah.
So I plugged in this induction burner. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I boring you?
No, I have something in my eye.
Okay. And I made the stock on this induction burner.
Right, because the stock's going to be there all day.
Yeah. So
but I imagine, I have never been to your parents' house, but I imagine they probably have like a commercial stove.
They do.
Yeah. Like
everything's commercial.
How could you not when you live in the Greek pantheon?
Oh, she's gonna get so mad. Making fun of my house.
No, I've heard nothing but good things. I mean,
here's the thing.
When there was the gold leaf shortage, it was because of them. It's all on their roof.
No, like I said, my parents have a great house, great kitchen. It's all commercial things. Right.
I mean, the way you also describe their house, and to Mrs. Vlahos and Mr. Vlahos, I'm not knocking it, but the way Christo describes the house, it's always like, well, when the one balcony staircase goes into the kitchen and the other balcony staircase goes into the fucking swimming pool.
No, we don't have a swimming pool. Okay. Even though as kids, we said we wanted a pool. And then my dad said, no, get your own house.
Yeah, he's smart because what is he going to do? I know a lot of people that get swimming pools because they have kids, and then they never use it again, and then they end up like demolishing the swimming pool.
We just got a big old concrete slab in back. That's what my parents put in. It's like a basketball court. It looks like the United Center back there.
It's that big?
It's pretty big. I mean, it's I'm hyperbolizing, but it is a large thing. But
they also live in the burbs.
Yeah, it's also great for parties. Because
I'm surprised your dad hasn't done like a whole. Oh, maybe he has like a whole outdoor kitchen setup.
I tried, dude. Right. I tried.
We got like a pizza oven.
I said, let's put a pizza oven back there, and they said no. I go, because I could have been outside on Thanksgiving.
You could have been frying the turkey.
I could have been doing everything outside. Yeah. Right? It would have been great.
Not dirtying the house.
And then my mom would have been like, great, my house doesn't smell now. There it is. Yeah. See, look at that, mom and dad. You guys got to put a pizza oven back there. Tex will help finance it and put it up.
No, I won't help finance it. I'll help build it, but I will take videos of us doing it too. We need content for the social media. So,
but yeah, overall great Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
My wife got like those minute to win it games. She got it all together for the kids, and the kids were playing it, the marshmallows, and
I did. Did your wife tell you that she texted me a picture
about what? What picture?
the gingerbread house she made.
Oh yeah, dude, bro. We did. That was.
Did you buy the kit? Yeah, you had to have bought the kit.
They bought the house. My cousins or my wife's cousins do this every year. Mm-hmm. They get gingerbread houses and they decorate them and everything. Yeah. But I think that the house comes built, because when we showed up, our house was built, unless they built it.
Got it. Yeah.
And then there's a whole big Rubbermaid bin of
icing.
They
made the icing, or
no? It was all bought. And then, they have like candies and things like that they buy, and we just sit there and decorate.
Yeah. That is one of my favorite things to do during the holiday season.
You know what? It was the second one I've ever done.
Yeah.
It was super cool. We didn't do a lot of things like that growing up because it made a mess. We don't make messes in the house. Okay?
You and I both had the room, and when we were growing up, the room that you didn't go into.
You don't?
Yeah, it was the parlor for us.
My brother sat on the couch. Now the guy is 37 years old, and he was sitting on the couch, and I was like, dude, you trying to die today?
Yeah, it's like it got real dark outside. Yeah. The pigeons came down, stopped flying. Like, was your mom around?
She was in the kitchen washing dishes.
So she didn't see.
And I was like, bro, like, you're just chilling on your phone.
You just see a knife come flying through the house.
My cousin even went over and was like, hey, sir, like, you know the rules. Like, you need to get out of here. But yeah, and you know what's funny too? People made a comment that there was no Thanksgiving songs, and people sent me.
People, you did.
I did, and then people sent me Thanksgiving songs.
Well, there's probably one from like the Peanuts.
No, it was like some new school things that people have been doing. I'm sound like an old man.
Yeah, you do.
It was on the TikTok. No, but people were sending me TikToks of people doing Thanksgiving songs.
Yeah. Did you see on? Because it's something that I do every year, and I don't know why I do it, but it just makes the holidays. Is I watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
At that point, I was making stock, and I was cooking,
and I guess one of the balloons like popped
in Chicago or New York.
New York.
Cool.
I mean, if you're thinking Macy's, you're not thinking Chicago.
They do it. I
don't think it's called. I think Chicago has the Thanksgiving Day Parade, but it's not the Macy's. It's not sponsored by Macy's.
I don't know.
Or Marshall's Field, depending how old you are.
Marshall's Fields.
That was you got now it's Macy's. But
is that the end of the story about the pop balloon? Did anybody die?
No,
Were kids crying.
I don't know. I wasn't there, but I was just that was the thing of it was on the news.
I don't know. You know. So your Thanksgiving was good though?
Yeah, went to Italy. We went with Cassie. Cassie and I went to dinner. That was it. Lovely. It was packed.
Just like the Pilgrims. Ate pasta.
Yeah.
Charcuterie.
Yeah. Trevor didn't come, her boyfriend, partner, whatever. So it was just her and I. And we had a margarita pizza. We had bread, obviously. I had to pay for, thank God. And then I had the
pasta.
I had the risotto. No, I had the risotto with mushrooms. And then they had like my number one, the portion was huge, but also like the bowl that the risotto came in was like literally had to have been 14 inches long. Wide.
Was it meant to share?
No, it was an individual entree. So there was this much risotto in it, but the bowl like took up half the table.
It's a little drama. It's okay. A little drama. Yeah. I mean, it is the holidays. We need a little drama.
If that bowl were to fall on someone's foot, it would break it, guaranteed. And then she got the Thanksgiving,
plate,
the plate, which was literally like an 8-inch plate, and had turkey, cranberry sauce, stuffing, and mashed sweet potatoes.
And I know how you are not the biggest fan of sweet potatoes.
I'm not. I mean, I like them roasted. I don't know, but if I'm gonna have things like if I'm gonna do the whole Thanksgiving dinner thing, like there's certain things that I like to have. And mashed potatoes is one of them.
Correct. Do you put sour cream in your mashed potatoes at Thanksgiving?
No, but I do butter.
I do, but my mom likes sour cream, so I just throw a little bit in there. It is our house.
It's true. No, we were never big fans of growing up eating sour cream, so it never really became a thing. Later on, I do a loaded baked potato stuffed pretzel, which you've had, I think. Or maybe you haven't had it. So,
what the fuck? What?
Yeah, I think it was maybe actually before your time. It's something that I learned how to make at the CIA. When
you guys ever heard of it?
When I was a TA and
a fellow.
And basically, you take pretzel dough and then you make a ball with it, and then you like indent the center. So it's nothing
to create like a well.
Create a well, correct? Yes, and then you put mashed potato. You put bacon on the bottom and cooked, and then you put mashed potato, and then you put cheese on top of it. And so the mashed potato was you would take potatoes and roast them in the oven on salt, and while they're still hot, you would take them out, put them in a mixer. Let's just say, for example, you had 10 pounds of potatoes. You would then add 2 pounds of butter and a pound of creme fraiche, and a fuck ton of salt and pepper, and then so that goes inside the pretzel, and then you bake like that. So it's a little baked potato stuffed pretzel. Maybe I'll make it.
I don't know why you haven't. I was just hearing about that. Sounds delicious.
Yeah, maybe I'll make it on.
You give me some bullshit all the time, and like you don't make something like that. Oh my god! I have a question for you.
Yeah,
because we'll move past the Thanksgiving thing because we're like 7 weeks late now. Cranberry sauce.
Don't even.
Do you fuck with cranberry sauce?
I'm going right to the 86 list, huh?
Yeah, we'll get it going.
I like cranberry sauce. However, I prefer cranberry sauce to be homemade or made from scratch. Like, I am sorry, like cranberry sauce, I get it. It's nostalgic, but coming out of I sound so pretentious right now. Coming out of a can.
We are, it's okay.
But like coming out of a can and it's all like just jiggling in the wind and like fucking it's just sitting there on the table, and then people are always like, oh my god, this is the best thing because the ridges tell you where to fucking cut, and I'm like, that's not what the ridges are for. But
what are the ridges in a can for?
I don't know, probably to prevent some kind of botulism.
You know what I mean? Like I never thought about that. You don't have do you ever really have a straight can?
I've seen straight cans.
Yeah. Okay, never mind, carry on.
But like it just tastes like shit.
Yeah, dude, it's just sugar.
So I prefer just to take
30
frozen or fresh cranberries, throw them in a pot, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of wine, cinnamon stick, and then just cook that. Like it's going to take the same amount of time. But then I've also seen people, and I was telling you this, that it's not bad enough that you just open the can and like fucking
shit it out,
shake it out like it's no fucking tomorrow. But I've seen people now open the one end of the can and then you take a knife and you like whack the back and then you use your mouth and blow the fucking gelatinous gunk.
Who's doing that?
I've seen it on the TikTok, as you would say. But I'm not a huge fan of cranberry sauce. I prefer to make a cranberry compote. Sometimes I'll throw a little orange zest in it with the cinnamon. God, yeah. Yeah. So if I ever cook Thanksgiving dinner for anybody, it's not going to be the canned cranberry sauce. So bring your own.
We didn't have any cranberry sauce this year. My mom goes, I forgot cranberries and I forgot the sauce. I don't have anything. And I said, I think everyone's going to be okay.
Yeah. I don't think because you have the gravy. Like I get it. I enjoy the cranberry sauce.
Gravy this year, by the way, that I made. I made a bomb gravy. Oh.
Well, you used the giblets and the.
I didn't use the giblets because I didn't want to put them in there in the stock or anything like that because I didn't have time to soak them and things like that. And then I wanted the iron. Blah, blah, blah.
You don't like liver.
I don't. It's not that I
dislike
it.
You just don't like it.
When somebody does it wrong and then it just tastes like iron. Like I'm not.
Next time my mom comes out, I'm not a huge fan of liver, so I don't eat a lot of it. But I've been told that she makes the best liver ever.
All right.
Because she like pan fries it like a steak.
Okay. Does it get like crispy?
I'm not sure. I think so.
It's just watery. I don't know. Every time I see a liver, like you ever seen like a whole liver?
Yeah. I mean, it's probably like the size of the quarter of this table.
It's kind of gross when you just look at it.
Yeah.
But like chicken livers are fine. Like a chicken liver mousse, delicious, right? But you have to soak the livers. Like you have to soak them in milk to get rid of all that, and then rinse them and rinse them.
What do you think about foie?
Foie is different.
Oh, it's a goose liver,
but it's made to do that.
Sure.
We're not going to get into the ethics of it, but we have designed it to do that, so it doesn't taste. And even foie, people soak it.
Yeah, and then the foie, you have to like devein it. Yeah, it's like nothing worse than when you eat a piece of foie and then you get that like. It's it reminds me of two things when people make sweetbreads incorrectly because you have like all that connective tissue. And you just Or a chicken tender.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
That membrane that you have to take off. People don't realize that because for anyone, I'm assuming everyone has. When you eat a chicken tender and you go to bite it, and it's got like that weird
that's what's connecting it to the breast.
Correct, but people don't realize you should take that out.
Correct.
So
it's protein.
Yeah. All right. So we've talked enough about Thanksgiving and how you're the best cook in the world.
I am the best cook. My brother, who does not compliment people, said this is probably the best one that I've ever done. Just saying.
Perfect. Something to look forward to for 2025.
I don't know. 2025, I told my parents, let's just do fried chicken and call it a day.
Or just go out to dinner.
We're not doing that.
Just eat at Po' Boys.
We're not doing that either.
Anyway, do you have a topic for us to talk about besides Thanksgiving?
I do actually, but it kind of goes with Thanksgiving and the holidays all together.
Okay.
And I wanted to get your opinion on something because I feel very strongly about it. And
shocking. Christo has an opinion about something.
And we might have talked about it before, so I apologize if we have, everybody. But it's the holiday season, so shut up about it. How do you feel about like a potluck, or like you go to somebody's house and their great aunt made X? This
takes me into, have you ever seen the movie Christmas Vacation?
Yes.
Okay, when the great aunt, whatever her name is, brings the dish and by accident she puts cat food on it.
Yes.
I'm not saying people do that.
I am. People are disgusting.
Well, I think that was an elderly thing. I don't think she is intentionally putting cat food on the.
I'm just saying people are gross.
I enjoy doing that. Like I've hosted Thanksgiving and I had people bring food, but they were all people that I trusted or people that I knew.
That's key. I'm not like, I'm not eating at somebody else's house.
Yeah.
I don't want your first cousins, second cousin, once removed, great aunts, grandmothers, boyfriends, sisters, whatever, who made these cookies.
Right, but
I don't want.
How far are you going? Like when I've hosted for people, it's not been more than like one generation, not even generation, one person removed from
I'm saying like you go to somebody's house.
Sure.
Okay. And they've invited the neighbors and I don't want to eat something that came. I don't know you.
I don't. Honestly, a lot of it depends on how it looks for me, not necessarily where it came from,
bro.
But that's just me. But
what is it saying? You could put lipstick on a pig.
You can.
Cool. Throw a little bit of parsley or something like that on there, and everyone's like, "Oh, that looks great."
But it also depends on. It just depends on the environment. Like if it's like, for example, I've been at barbecues where it's just like a hot day, right? And like, I don't really want to eat the mashed. I really don't want to eat the potato salad. For me, like that's just me. And I know that the issue is not the mayonnaise. The issue is the water in the potato that goes bad. But we've all been at those kinds of things, and you just that one dish that nobody touches because everyone's just like, ooh, it doesn't really look appetizing. And then the host of the party, it literally has to go around to that dish and like kind of look like somebody ate some of it because then it's just fucking rude. You know what I'm talking about? You've all been there. You kind of just like throw some in the trash.
I'm just thinking about somebody that I know that has done that. Yeah. Who's a very clean person and a fantastic cook and hosts many events.
Yeah.
And has just gone by and put some on a plate and then thrown it in the garbage to make it,
Yeah.
Nobody, look, guys, when you can taste somebody's house and you know what I'm talking about.
We've had this conversation.
You can taste their house.
I don't mind it. I guess you got to make your own decision on what you're going to eat. But, it doesn't necessarily bother me eating from if someone else invites somebody. Like it doesn't.
Here's the thing. No. Like, okay, my wife's cousin, hosts many events.
Right.
She hosts the gingerbread extravaganza. Fantastic time. She made chili.
Did you eat it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jenny's a very clean person. Shout out to Jenny. All right. Yeah. Fantastic cook. Okay. Always hosts the events. But Jenny has also hosted events, and now Jenny knows me.
Sure.
And Jenny will flat out come around, and she finds me and goes, "You don't eat that, you don't eat that, and you don't eat that." Because she knows, like she knows how I am. And I respect that. And I go, "Thank you very much." Like the first time I met Jackie's family, there was a lot of like weird jellos and pasta salads. And I go, "What the hell is going on?" And I was like, I don't know what any of this is. There's neighbors here. I don't know these neighbors. And then they're like, "Yeah, I got 7 dogs, 3 cats, and a turtle." And I was like, "Cool. Now your fucking pasta salad tastes like a zoo." Like
I have never encountered that personally. So I can't really, because I've always had people or hosted people or been at situations where people either are cooks, are very good cooks, do this for a living. So it's not necessarily, I've been at places where people suck at cooking, but then they have everyone bring something.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the people that know how to cook. I'm not scared of those people. I'm not scared of the people that I'm saying,
but then you just have to know your environment.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
What answer
do you want from me?
I'm trying to get you're telling me you're going to eat somebody's dusty ass food.
I don't know, because I don't know what it looks like. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
You're giving me a very big, broad what if. Like, I don't know. Like, I've been at places and I've seen.
You haven't experienced this before.
I haven't. That's why I'm telling you. I haven't been in a place where somebody's been like, where I'm like, "Oh fuck, that looks like shit," or I think they're disgusting individuals where I would not want to eat the food. Like, I haven't experienced this, unfortunately, or fortunately, I should say.
Yeah, it is a very fortunate experience.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like,
I will say that I do think that people, because they find out I cook for a living, insist on trying to, like, number one, are super nervous if it's the first time I'm going to their home and they're having dinner, right? I'm assuming you experience this, where they like feel very nervous about cooking.
Yes.
And then secondly, try to pull out all the stops for some odd reason. And I'm like, I eat Ritz crackers with Cheese Whiz. Like, you can pull that out too.
Yeah.
But the worst, not the worst, but like, I don't feel uncomfortable, but I feel bad for people because obviously I'm a pastry chef. And so obviously. And so they feel like they need to pull out all the stops with dessert. Right. And so then they bring out the dessert. And as soon as they put the dessert down, then like everyone just seems to start staring at me and seeing what I'm going to say, seeing what I'm going to grab. Like, I eat fucking.
Apparently people's gross food is what you eat.
But I'm saying, like, I'm not one of those people that's like very pretentious when it comes to dessert. Like, I love fucking Oreos, ice cream, like Baskin Robbins, Ben and Jerry. Like, I'm not one of those people that's like, I have to make my own cookies. Like, no, Chips Ahoy does a fucking very good job. So like, put that out. It doesn't need to be anything special. But people are always like, "Oh, I made blah, blah, blah." And then it doesn't turn out. Right. And so then you got to sit there and pretend like it's good.
Been there.
So you're trying not to be rude. And so they're like, "Oh, are you full?" And you've only had one bite. And I'm like, watching my figure. But yeah,
my eyes were bigger than my stomach.
Exactly. Yeah. But so yeah, I haven't encountered what you're speaking of, where I was like afraid to try something.
I have done it too many a times,
but I have encountered where they tried to pull out all the stops and something just, it didn't taste good. Or it was like dry.
Here's the thing. I'll take that. Like, sometimes it just doesn't turn out. We've all made something.
Sure.
When I was doing R&D for a menu, I thought in my head, I was like, this is going to be great.
Right.
I tasted it. And then it tastes like shit. I literally just like scooped everything into the garbage. I was like, get out of here. Mm-hmm. And then I was grumpy the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Been there. Okay.
People also find it that I actually prefer to cook. Like, I enjoy having food cooked, right? Like, I don't.
Yeah.
But if people are like, if I'm going to someone's house and they're buying the stuff, or I'm buying whatever, I don't mind cooking. Like, I don't mind cooking Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh no, I have a blast.
But people always feel like, "Oh, you cook all the time. Like, do you really want to be doing this?" And it's like, well, people that, I don't know. It's just like every profession. Like, if you do it for a living, obviously hopefully you enjoy what you do. So it doesn't really bother you on a holiday. Like, I don't mind cooking on holidays. Like, do I want to cook dinner every day of the week? Probably not. But do I like cooking for the holidays? Yeah, I do.
I enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. I enjoy cooking Thanksgiving.
I actually enjoy the cleanup too. Like, I love washing dishes. I don't use the dishwasher.
What do you mean? You're telling me right now you don't use the dishwasher. You got a bunch of people at your house. You're not using the dishwasher?
If I have like a significant amount of people.
Okay.
Like if I have 15, 20 people in my house, I'll use the dishwasher for like the plates, the glassware, things like that. But for like the pots and pans and
who's putting pots and pans in the guys? Stop putting pots and pans in your dishwasher.
Put pots and pans in dishwashers.
Stop doing that. It's not good. It messes up your shit.
Well, it also depends what they're buying.
It doesn't matter. It still messes it
but
up.
I'm saying, but yeah, a lot of people will put all of their things in the dishwasher.
No,
I usually use my dishwasher as the drying rack. Like I'll wash the dishes and I'll put it in the dishwasher to dry.
That's such a that's what my yaya does, dude, because she thinks that she can do better than the dishwasher.
I 100% can do it better than the dishwasher. The only thing the dishwasher does that's different is it
sanitizes.
Sure, great, but soap and water does the same. Like I'm not cooking at an old folks' home where I have to be concerned about age.
I'm just saying.
So washing, and it takes me half the time to wash the dishes by hand.
Here's the thing: you load up your dishwasher with your plates and everything that goes in there.
Okay. So for the dishwasher, do you wash anything off?
Yeah, you give it like the rinse and you go in.
So what's the difference? Now just take that. Now just take the rinse and just throw a sponge in your hand with some soap and just wash.
All right, yeah.
I'm just saying, it takes me less time to wash the dishes than it does to put in the dishwasher. Yes, I get it. If there's like a group of people in my house and they were all drinking and there's like 40 glasses, yes, I will put them in the dishwasher. But if I'm cooking dinner for 4 or 5 people or 6 people or up to 10, I'll wash the dishes by hand.
Absolutely not.
It just takes less time.
I had people in my house.
Because usually after dinner,
4 times.
Usually after dinner, people are still talking and they're hanging out, and like you're usually in the kitchen. So just why not be washing dishes? Like, what's the difference between me standing there and me just washing dishes and talking to you? I don't see why you're so offended by this.
Because man, like it's just like you actually use more water. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm concerned. That's why
now we're worried about saving mammals of blowholes.
Okay.
Got it.
Yeah, you're using more water.
Okay, well, why don't you use your gas-powered car and go fucking buy an electric one if you're so concerned about the global warming?
Because I don't have enough money right now to buy an electric car. Okay? That is why.
I'm just saying. And why?
All right, Elon.
I'm just saying. Let me have that. Let me have the washing.
All right, fine.
I don't have much going on.
You can wash the
washing dishes by hand.
But I will not allow you to have some dusty ass food made in somebody's house where they taste like mothballs.
Perfect. Okay.
Or it tastes like cat fur.
I haven't
experienced
experienced that.
Like
I haven't experienced that. And the day that I experience it, you'll be the first person I call. I'm also questioning where you're eating.
Bro, I'm just saying, like, dude,
and I know you probably can't say it because it'll offend people.
No,
However,
but like it's these big gatherings, right?
Sure.
Okay,
I get
Greeks are very hospitable.
Okay.
We're very hospitable people. I don't know what the Portuguese do, okay, but we're very hospitable people. Okay.
Yeah.
So we get for holidays.
So
and things
hospitable
like
that you guys were having war games with lions.
What were your people doing? Huh?
Probably fishing.
That's it? That's all you guys doing? Just fishing?
I mean, no one really bothered us in the world. We were fishermen and we were builders. We weren't big enough for people to worry about conquering. And for a long time, they thought we were part of Spain, so they thought Spain was a part.
People still think you're part of Spain.
Okay.
Okay.
I know what.
Let's be real.
We're breaking up this podcast now. We're going our separate ways. Saying,
people need to read a book.
We're like the Beatles. We're breaking up.
But anyway, no, but like for real, like going to somebody's house, like I also people send me these videos online.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that happens.
And it's like a cat on the counter putting their paw in the sauce, or there was one where like a cat put something like in a toaster, or like I don't know.
That's why that's why I'm not a huge fan of cats.
Here's the thing, cats are fine. They do their thing, right? They pretty much mind their own business. But it's like just people's homes, or like when you walk in and somebody's house smells like a deep fryer. You know what I'm talking about?
I've experienced that.
You know what I'm talking about?
I also have experienced when you walk into someone's home and you know they have a pet.
Yeah.
Like so, like I have a dog. Brody.
Beautiful beast.
Yes. He, when I got a dog, I made it a point that I wanted a dog, but I didn't want people to know I had a dog. In terms of like, if you walk into my home, you shouldn't be like, oh, it smells like a kennel. Mm-hmm. Right. So like I Swiffer 5 times a week, pretty much. I clean my house regularly because the last thing you want is like you sitting in the couch. All of a sudden you get up and there's just like hair.
Yeah, bro.
Or like you go to sit on the toilet seat and there's hair.
Kelly, who comes to her neighbor's house for some event and then brings over this pasta salad and you got dog fur in it. Like,
who the hell's Kelly?
This fictitious person. Okay. This fictitious person. Okay. Insert Ben, Brian, whatever name you want. Sure. Okay. That's what I'm like terrified about. Like, I don't know your house.
See that.
And then like I've seen people like do things, and you know what I'm talking about, even like the older generation where like they don't clean things properly or they let things sit out and they're like, it's fine.
Yeah.
And then we wake up.
Then you have chronic diarrhea.
Yeah. Like that's that really just ruins the holiday is what I'm getting at.
Really ruins the holidays if you only got one bathroom. But I'm sure at the Vlahos family, you got like one for every person.
Almost.
How many bathrooms you got? 2. Okay, more than 2 is unnecessary.
4.5.
That's unnecessary.
Bro, there was a lot of us living there.
There was
how
many? It was your parents?
There was 7 of us. Yeah, I was there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Got it. But do you like, I'm assuming your parents probably have like their own bathroom.
Yeah.
And then
me and my sister shared, then George and Nico shared, then there was one in the basement after we finished, and then there's the powder room.
The half bath.
The half bath. The guest bath.
Well, there's no shower in there, so you really can't put a guest in there. You mean the guest for the house? Like,
yes, it's the half.
Yeah, that's what I have on in my house. The first floor, there's the half bath.
Mm.
Yeah,
I only have one bathroom. Okay,
and it's very nice.
Thank you. Just redid it.
Mm-hmm. We've been doing a lot of redoing in our houses.
We have been.
Yeah,
we're getting ready for the new year, new beginnings.
Yeah, you did a bunch. You did a lot more than I did.
I did like full blown construction. You just bought some shit.
I bought some shit. I did some purging. But yeah, I got a new kitchen island.
I'm proud of you.
And some new bookshelves that match.
Growing up. I'm growing up, Mom.
Well, because it's amazing how you accumulate so much shit. And especially I think as a chef, like you get, a lot of the times you get stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, for gifts, I usually get something that's related to cooking.
Always.
Or just like, I'll be like, I might use that one day. And so like, I just did a bunch of fucking purging. I almost filled a dumpster at my house with so much shit between the boxes that I was breaking down.
Got it.
And, but I gave away a bunch of the furniture. I didn't throw away the furniture. Like people needed it. I gave it to them. But yeah, it was intense. Like my house was a little bit chaotic for like 3 days. I was up until midnight most days putting things away because I just couldn't wake up to.
Been there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because when I had the sawdust and the drywall dust everywhere.
I definitely wouldn't have wanted to eat anything from your house at that point.
No, we didn't cook. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I was like, we're not cooking anything in here yet.
Yeah.
Because I had to like disinfect everything. Plus it was stuff in the bathroom. You're kicking shit up literally. Like nobody
shits on the floor?
No, man, but you like moving things around. Like got a new vanity, drywall, this, that, you know?
Yeah. You had a little bit of I remember you when you called me that there was an issue with your shower, the wall, which it got fixed.
It got fixed. We fixed the shower.
But there's nothing worse than when you're doing what you think is an initial plan, and it could be even just building furniture or remodeling like you did, is that like you go into this with your mindset of this is what's going to happen, and then something goes sideways and you're just like,
I took out a few tiles. I'm like, we got to replace all these. I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. Thanks for bringing that traumatic experience back up.
You'll live. You'll live.
Traumatic experience to me and my wallet.
Well, now you can host everybody, and we can all have nice, fantastic bowel movements in your toilet.
Sit in the bathroom.
Yeah, we can all sit on the floor of the bathroom now. Great. Actually, you're going to serve the turkey on the toilet seat.
Did
you get a fancy toilet seat?
No, man, because we wanted to replace a toilet, but it's a whole thing because of the toilet. It's not a regular toilet. I thought I told you about this.
The toilet that you want, the toilet that you have.
The toilet that I have, it looks like a regular toilet. Then you crack it open, and it's a tankless thing. So it's like an $800 toilet.
You have the one that doesn't. It just has the thing in the back, right?
Yeah.
That's what I have. The bathroom upstairs has that tank, and the bathroom downstairs has the traditional.
Well, my only bathroom. Okay.
Okay. Well, sorry.
Only has that.
You also paid a little less for your house than I did.
I did.
Okay, then. So I got an extra bathroom for
Whose fault is that?
I like where I live. You liked where I live and almost bought a condo where I live.
Yeah, but I couldn't stand up in it.
Funny story is that Christo and I bought our condos right around the same time. I bought mine a couple of months before him. And so he went to go look at the unit in my building. We could have been neighbors. We could have had potlucks every day. And he calls me while he's in one of the units, and he's like, "What the fuck, dude?" And I'm like, "What's the problem?" And he's like, "How do you stand up in your bedroom?" And I was like, "I don't know. I just get out of bed. I just stand up. Like, I have plenty of egress above my head. Like, I'm 6 foot.
Egress.
That's what it is." I was like, the bedroom ceiling is like 7.5 feet tall. I don't know what you're getting at. He's like, "I can't stand up in the bedroom. Like, I have to tilt my head because the beams are so far low." And I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about, because my condo isn't built that way." But I also think it's because I'm on the first floor.
I don't know, but like that was just a terrible experience.
But they're nice condos. You've seen them.
They're beautiful condos. Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah. But, well, we've talked about Thanksgiving. We talked about your phobia of having people cook for you.
No, but I want everybody to think about this when they are sitting there, right? It's going to be a Christmas time when you're listening or watching this.
Petrified to eat at people's houses.
Okay. They should be. They should be petrified to eat. Okay? People are disgusting.
Okay. Wow. We are just blanket statement again.
Always. Okay?
It's very Greek of you. Very
just,
Greek.
You know, what do you want to do?
I'm just saying. Maybe going to
because the Portuguese are so.
I'm not. We are also not very open-minded people, but we keep our thoughts to ourselves, which is why nobody tried to conquer us for thousands of years.
Yeah, we just didn't keep our fucking mouths shut. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and people were just constantly fucking knocking at your door. Have you seen the movie Troy?
Yeah, bro.
Exactly.
We're a hot commodity. That's why.
You know, people just can't keep it's tempers.
Our tempers?
Yeah.
I think that might just be closer to this. Might just be a me thing. I'm trying to control it. It's fine.
But anyway, we are wrapping up our first year.
We are.
So it is the end of the year, end of 2024. What do you think so far? What do you think of 2024?
2024 was it had its ups and downs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was the first year of marriage.
How was that? Well, we can leave it. We talk about that in another one.
All right, it was good.
It was good,
but everything was.
When you guys have been together for,
we've been together for. It's going to be 9 years,
almost a decade.
We're fine.
Yeah,
we're doing just fine. No, it's true. We are. It's the marriage was
inevitable.
Yeah, but it was also not something that like, we needed to do right.
Sure,
now. Like we were doing just fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, overall, 2024 was a good year. I don't think that there was a lot of big things that happened in my family, which was good. Mm-hmm. Good things. Mm-hmm. Took a great trip. Like all the, I can't, I really can't complain.
Yeah.
You?
I was also, I had a 2023 blew. 2024 was
the year I got married. I thought it was going to be the best year of your life, but it's fine.
Towards the end of 2023 was very good. 2024 was a very good year. I got to be on TV, got to travel to London, got to make a bunch of new friends. We started a podcast. Mm-hmm. So there was a lot of things on there that people don't ever get to do.
Yeah.
And we got to do. There's some additional stuff that's happening in the end of 2024, beginning of 2025. Personally, which is exciting. So yeah, it's been a good year. It'll be a good 2025. There's some projects that I'm working on for the group that you know of, that as we get closer to them, we can divulge. But there is one that is a super passion project for me that I'm very excited about. That's coming towards the end of 2025.
Better not suck.
I hope not. I really hope not, because that's just embarrassing. But yeah, it was really good. So can't really complain.
Awesome.
So I think we're going to wrap it up for 2024.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, we wish everybody a happy holiday. Be safe. Eat at people's houses. Don't worry. You'll be fine.
Ask where the food came from and who made what.
Yeah. Don't spend too much on Christmas gifts.
Yeah,
that's unnecessary.
It really is.
Like, it's not about what you spend. It's about what you give. Like, Cassie is a big fan of handwritten cards. It's like, that means nice. More. Ironically, I save all the cards that are ever given to me.
You're not a sentimental person. I'm surprised you don't just
burn them.
I'm surprised you don't read them over the garbage.
No, I read them, and I keep them. Like, I have every Christmas card that Caitlin's ever given me, birthday cards that I've gotten. I think it means a lot for someone to go out of their way to write a card, and not just to write like Merry Christmas, like to actually write a note. I think that, to me, that's. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like cash too. Mm-hmm. So if you want to throw a couple of bucks in the card,
that'd be great. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I enjoy when people write cards. And then Caitlin always gets me the same gift every year, which is perfect.
What does she get?
She gets me a $75 Dunkin' Donuts card.
That's nice.
Yeah, because I drink Dunkin' every day. Iced coffee year round.
There it is.
Yeah, not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
If they would like to sponsor us, please.
It'd be great.
Yeah, email us. But have a safe and happy holiday. Have a happy New Year. Don't do anything crazy, and if you do, don't get caught.
Yeah, don't get caught. That's not fun.
So, and if you do get caught, call Christo. He'll bail you out.
I know a guy.
His number is now scrolling on the bottom of the screen.
555.
All right, you want to take us home?
Yeah, guys. Well, it's been another fantastic episode, and thank you guys very much for listening to the Chef May I Call podcast. No, but seriously, guys, thank you very much. Let us know what you guys eat. Send us pictures of your holiday meals.
Yeah, send us pictures, and then we'll throw up on the social.
Send us the weird products your family makes.
Yeah,
I'm going to call them products.
Send us a couple of those. Like, did you nail it or not nail it? Like, we want to see like what you were trying to do, and maybe it turned out, and maybe it didn't turn out. But we promise to throw every single one of them up on our social. We need content, so send us something. Just keep it PG, please,
or don't. Fuck it.
I mean, I guess it might get us more follows.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, follow us on Chef May I Call podcast on all of the socials, TikTok, Instagram. You can watch us on YouTube at the Chef May I Call podcast.
I think you got to be really bored to watch us.
No, it's fine. You have it in the background. It's great.
You're not really paying attention.
Yeah, but it's nice.
Yeah, got it. Ambiance.
Good to see your face.
Yeah.
And yeah, guys, and then send us your photos or DM us on Instagram at Chef May I Call podcast at gmail.com.
Yeah. Thanks. Happy holidays, guys.
Thank you.